Being a firefighter, we know it's very tough work, and of course it can be very dangerous. So when it comes to becoming a firefighter, it is all about the training.
Yeah, and you got to learn how to drive that truck. Kim was in the driver's seat. She's in Mesa, where firefighters across the state are gathered for an important training lesson. Kim, hi.
Good morning to you guys. So this is a very important training class. It goes on for several days, and you are getting guys, men and women, from fire departments that are all over the state, all across the Southwest, that are pretty rural and might actually not have access to this type of training. So this is the training that Sam went through from Mesa Fire Department. Tell me a little bit about some of the skills you pick up when you're going through an academy type class setting.
So when you go through the academy, the skills you pick up is how to perform your job, because the career we have is a 25-year career. So through that career, you need to be proficient at your skills, and we don't have house fires every day. So the academy teaches you that setting where when you need to be ready for whatever happens, you're ready. So the academy is 16 weeks long initially, and you go repetition after repetition, day in and day out, Monday through Friday, for that 16 weeks. So when you do get out in the field and you need to be ready, it's like second nature, like riding a bike pretty much.
So you're learning things like maybe how to pull somebody out of a car that's just been in an accident.
Yep.
Maybe how to drive a fire truck.
Yep.
That's a biggie right here. And
Right.
a lot of the firefighters that are out here are actually a volunteer firefighter. So they are learning these skills through the help of grants from companies like APS. There's about 700 firefighters out here. About 400 of them are out here on a grant to get this training. So how hard is it to drive a fire truck? Because I'm not a very good driver, I'm not going to lie.
Well, it does take some practice, because like I was telling you earlier, the wheels are behind us, where normally in a regular car you're used to them being in front of you.
Okay.
So you got to account for taking a little more time to make turns, so you're not turning too soon and then running over the curb or something. So it does take a little bit of practice.
I have my seatbelt on. This is our headset. We put these on. Do I have to do anything special for you to hear me?
Nope, just put it on.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I got you. Can you hear
All right.
me?
So can you see your back tires and your rear mirrors?
Yes.
All right. So first off, we're gonna hit the brake, and then this is our emergency brake right here. So when you have the brake in, push that down all the way, hard, 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 hard. There you go. Now put it in drive, which is the D.
Where's drive?
Right here.
Oh, this little button.
Yep,
It's a
little
button.
button.
All I can say is God
All
help
right.
us.
So now we're gonna proceed forward. We're gonna go through the cones in a serpentine.
Go through the
So
cones.
your goal is to get as close to this first cone on your left as possible.
You're supposed to
And
hit
then
the
as soon
cone
as you
or-
start
hope
seeing
there's
it
a
in your
backup
rearview
truck.
mirror, crank it to the left. So you're gonna crank to the left right now. Left, 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 left.
Come on,
left.
Kim, turn that thing.
Crank
Left.
it.
You're gonna
Come
go
on.
through in between these cones in the middle.
Aren't I in between the cones? I feel
We're gonna
like I am.
serpentine back and forth. So we'll start at the other end and then work our way backwards. So those cones on your left there, our goal is to go in between each of them.
All
There
right.
you go.
She doesn't.
Uh-oh, I think I might hit
And
one.
then
There's.
crank it hard the opposite way.
There we go.
There you go.
Ah,
Did
good
I hit
job,
any
Kim.
children?
No,
All right.
fortunately you did not.
What?
All right, now we can go
Let's
stop.
have the battle.
You want to go in reverse.
Reverse?
All right, go and stop.
All right.
All the way.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
Do not give Kim
All
the
right.
Then hit
keys.
the R,
The R.
and then the switch up above you there, a red one. Go ahead and hit it up. So that turns our lights on, so people are aware that we're going backwards.
Where's
so,
the noise? I want to make a noise.
Yeah.
A little siren.
There's a foot pedal down there on your left.
Come on,
Uh-oh.
Kim.
On my
Where's the
left?
backup
By your
camera?
foot down there.
Ah,
There we
you
go. We need that on
This is like
her
a party.
car. Won't everyone
All right,
just
go
go?
let it
She
go.
thinks it's a siren
Yeah.
for the dance party.
Kim's ready
It's a
for the
rave.
party.
All right.
Yeah, she's
All
not
right.
going to save
We're
any
not
lives.
going to reverse just yet because there are a few people behind me and I don't want to hit them. Coming up in the next hour,
Yes.
we're going to learn a couple more skills downhill here, but certainly a great life-saving class. Again, this gives firefighters the opportunity. We just started rolling. I should put this in park.
Oh my.
You're behind the wheel.
Neutral.
Pull the air brake back up again.
Pull this.
Yep. There you go. Now
Hey, Kim.
I'm a little
Kim.
flustered. Yes.
I can
What's
only
up?
think of one thing more dangerous than you behind the wheel of that truck, and that would be you and Jamie around a bunch of male firefighters.
What? Complete
That
class.
sounds dangerous to me.
It's true. It's pretty true.
I really like
and
matches.
there's 700 of them down here, guys. So
Oh,
So I'll
Jamie
see you soon.
is on her way down there right now.
Kimmy, be careful, babe. Thank you.
All right, speaking of jobs, do you have what it takes to be a firefighter? The training these men and women go through is hard work, especially wearing all that gear in this heat. And this morning, we're getting a look at what they go through as part of their training. Kim is live at the Mesa, Arizona State Fire School and looking good. Speaking of hiring people, you're hired, Kimmy. You look the part.
I've even got the suspenders on, guys. I'm looking for a pole, but I can't find one out here at the Mesa Training Facility. So they've got about 700 or 900 firefighters, or students learning some specific skills, life-saving skills from very small towns across the state and across the Southwest. Because let's face it, if you get into a car accident and you are smashed in this car, you want a firefighter that's going to pull up and know how to pull you out. So that's some of the skills that these firefighters are learning. I've got Chad Johnson here with Arizona State Fire Training. Tell me a little bit about some of the different types of work these guys are getting hands-on with.
So basically the class starts out as a basic skill level. So we want to make sure that firefighters know how to stabilize a car. We don't want a car moving around or anything like that. And then we teach them how to go up from there. Glass removal like you saw earlier. And then once the glass removal is there, we're able to get in and safely look at that patient, stabilize the patient, and then we begin our extrication series of the vehicle. We start by removing doors. We might possibly remove roofs. We might have to move dashes, things like that, to move people around to get them safely out of those vehicles and get them transported. We typically like to see about between 12 and 15 minutes to get a person out of a car. There's that golden hour we talk about it in the fire service that we want a patient from the time of his accident to a hospital in less than 60 minutes.
All right, so we have got 90 seconds here, Chad. Take me through what we're doing.
We're going to take and have you pry open a door just like we would normally in the fire service. So we're going to come up here and we lean it in. And there you go. Other way. There you go.
Done. Boom.
And then we'll pop around to the other side for you.
Okay, so we got the driver out.
Driver's out on this side, and we got somebody that's pinned over here with a foot caught under the dash. So we've already prepped this, and we're going to show you how this dash can be moved up. So kind of step right in here, and just go ahead and push on that lever here.
Okay.
Oop. Keep going. And as we're doing that, you can see all the space that we're making down here in a footwell. Keep going. Right there's good. You can see all the space we created. So when a car gets crashed, people's feet get crushed in there. This allows the dash to be moved up.
And so these are firefighters that might not actually have the opportunity to get this training in their hometowns because of lack of resources.
Correct, yes. So we're able to, with the assistance of all of our manufacturers, both Hearst, Genesis, Homatro Tools comes in, brings those tools in for us and allows these students great hands-on training, and also the ability of Phoenix Metro Towing bring us all these cars. 30 cars will be cut up over here over the next 3 days. So
How'd
it's
I
great.
do?
You did awesome.
Would you hire me?
Absolutely.
All right, very quickly, I want you to run over here. I want to show you this. Oh, look we got a helicopter up here. But these license plates right here will go to pay some of the funding for these classes. Stick with us. More from Good Morning Arizona right after this.